Middle-sode. I'm your host. No, fuck me. Welcome to Read It and Screech the Middle-sode. You're too loud and you have no standards. You can come sit with us. During the Tidbit Middle-sode, we go over tidbits. We read it out and we screech about it.
Okay.
I'm your host, Grace. This is my co-host, Eva.
So, you know how we were talking about, and this is a slightly serious thing, how if you don't want anyone to mention something that you did ever again, don't do it or say it. I don't believe in saying, like, you can't tell anybody I did that, or you can't tell anybody I said that, because that story makes me sound bad, or that's embarrassing. But, like, so don't do things or say things that you're ashamed of.
Mm-hmm.
Like, say it with your whole chest.
That's really fair, because that means every action you ever take has to be... I mean, I'm not ready for that. There's definitely things I wish people would discard. Not racism. Like, I'm not racist.
No.
I'm not racist.
So on one hand, like, so there's like one version of that where that's like the internet is forever. So like everything is out there, number one. Number two, like for instance, don't bully people.
Don't be shitty.
Right, but like also we've done embarrassing things. We talk about embarrassing things we've done on here. We tell embarrassing stories. And then I just thought about like when we when we were telling an embarrassing story, like for instance, and I was like, oh, what if I tell this one story and that person figures out it was them, right? And then Thorne was like, and I was like, fair. You know, if they didn't want me to tell it, maybe they shouldn't have called me that name in public. So also there was
was this the thing? Just, I mean, that's fine. But
no, that's just like a random thought that I had where I was like, oh, you know, if you didn't want someone to bring that up, maybe 15 or years down the line, maybe you shouldn't have done that. Same though, like, because one time there was like a joke that I made and someone was like, did you say this? And I was like, I did say that. Also, I would say it again, but not behind your back, to your face. I'll say it again
for a check.
Right, like I would say it to your face. Like it doesn't worry me. I do not live by these words.
The gospel of Eva.
It's just food for thought since we sit here and we tell embarrassing stories. If you hear yourself and you think, maybe that's me,
if we dox
shout out. Don't say things you don't believe in. Or if you said it with your whole chest, stand by it. So your turn.
That's what it was?
That was just like my little thought, little conversation I had with Thorne.
No, that's my fault because I did tell you it could be anything.
Okay, are you ready for my first funny story?
Oh my God. That was not even your first thing?
No, that was just like a generalization of our hilarious tales.
Okay, that's an overstatement.
So I was watching this video and it was like a 5-minute craft. The person was making a cake.
Okay.
And it was like a barbecue cake.
Was it one of those porn things?
What? No.
Okay.
It was like a barbecue, like charcoal grill or whatever, and they were making it, and they were making the meats for the top out of candy.
Meats. But it wasn't.
It was like hot dogs and hamburgers and stuff, but they were making them out of candy. They were molding them with their fingers, which was disgusting. And they were mushing them. They were mushing the candy. I was like, you were touching that with your hands entirely too much to service to other people. Like mushing it with your fingers, and then you're like, hot dog, mush, 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 hamburger. And I was like, ugh. So I clicked on the comments because I was like, I need to see what other people have to say. This is fucking foul. And the comment, I scroll like 10 down, and the comment goes, every day we stray further from the light of God.
Because they knew it was porn.
And I laughed so hard and loud. Every day we stray further from the light of God. On a 5-minute craft video about cake.
I think that applies to a lot of 5-minute craft videos.
It does. This person was like, every day. And it was like a Debbie Brown. Like, it was an older lady. It was like, every day we stray further from the light of God.
She was probably being serious.
I know.
Okay. So my first one is a Starbucks update. And it's a thought I had.
It's just it's not an actual update. It's just a thought.
It's two things. Two-parter. Well, I was thinking about how you said that guy might like me. It might be true.
He does.
First of all, yeah,
you should drop him a line.
Very, very nice. I walk in. He always goes like, "Hi, Grace. Have a good weekend." Whatever. But it's also kind of that thing where like baristas always like everyone thinks their barista likes them.
I don't think that.
Most people. He does like make my drink first and what have you. I thought to myself, I wonder how he would feel if he saw you tearing into these croissants like a bear eating a salmon in the car. Like a bear eating a salmon out of a waterfall. I wonder how he would feel.
Maybe that is his thing. He's like, man, I love me a woman who eats a good croissant. Like, yes.
Tear into it. You know,
that is fucking hilarious.
Gotta get it while it's still a little bit warm. I have a beef with the 2005 children's movie Sky High.
Oh, I love that movie.
I have a beef with the fact that Layla ended up with the fuck boy.
boy.
With the fuck boy Will Stronghold. So
Making
this
it
guy
hot.
left her at a Chinese restaurant by herself.
So
Guy
bad.
who worked there came out, sat with her.
I'm aware. I've seen the film.
I know, I don't give a fuck. I'm still gonna say it. This attractive, very attractive, tall, dark, handsome, brooding classmate.
Boy.
He lets her pour her heart out. He does the fake dating thing with her. He borrows his
I don't think he was
dad's
faking. He liked her. Like,
yeah, well, he borrows his dad's tux to take her to prom, and then she ditches him for the fuck boy.
for a bitch.
I will never forgive them for that. I'm still angry about it. And I think
what
that's
does this
why
have to do with anything?
nothing. I just want to rant about it. The
Oh.
category is anything.
Okay, so we did our shopping at Sam's Club this week, and my husband stops after we shop. He stops for 2 hot dogs. It's disgusting. They smell,
Sam's hot dogs are so disgusting.
and they have that really thick outside skin. So when you buy them, they go like it's nasty. This old man comes up to us, and he goes, "It's my anniversary this week. I think I'm gonna bring my wife here. This seems like a nice place for a meal." And we were like, and he like looked at us like that was the punchline, and we were like, "Okay." I don't know if it was serious or a joke, right? And we were like, and Thorne goes,
Well, you know-
"Okay." So then he goes, like, I guess we didn't laugh as hard as he wanted or give him. So he goes and does it to 2 different other tables.
God awful.
He went up to me and he's like, "So I'm going to bring my wife to another table." And we were like,
Well, initially I was thinking, how dare you take your wife to Sam's Club for an anniversary? And then as soon as you told me the punchline of the joke, I was like, well, what's wrong with Sam's Club?
right? Like, I was like,
Because I was just determined not to be on his side.
right? Like,
My next one. I've told you like bits and pieces of this story, but I don't know if I've ever told you it start to finish. The year was 2012. Carly Rae Jepsen has just released
Call Me Maybe.
Call Me Maybe, the blockbuster hit.
I think it was Blockbuster.
No, it was
iHeartRadio.
the song of the summer. Also introducing to all of us a new pickup line. So we went to like Texas Roadhouse, and the waiter, I thought he was so cute. So I left my phone number on like the bill. And I think I said something about call me maybe.
God.
No, he texted me and we
So
like
he didn't understand the directions.
he did not
Message not
understand the
received.
assignment, no. But we like texted back and forth. And I think I was learning to drive stick, and he said that he can't drive manual, but he spelled it Manuel. He said I can't drive
I
Manuel.
cannot drive Manuel.
And I was ready to overlook that. So he asked me if I wanted to go to Moe's to get lunch one day. And I was like,
Not
yeah,
Texas
you know.
Roadhouse.
Right. I guess he didn't want to seem lame, taking me where he worked to eat.
First of all, what's
So-
lame about that?
I don't know. Well, once I finish telling you the story, you're going to think, oh no, he should have taken her to Texas Roadhouse.
I already think that.
So we went to Moe's.
I very much already think that.
And I liked that it was at lunch because it was like low key or whatever. But I didn't know who was paying because you go to Moe's and then you
absolutely
each
not.
order your stuff. And I
I
was
would have
like,
just been like, I pay for my own bye.
I didn't know what to eat. He ordered one taco.
Why do you have all of these absolutely horrendous fucking stories?
So he ordered one taco. I was like, I'm definitely paying for my own stuff because I got like a burrito or a salad or something. I don't even like Moe's. But I was like, obviously I'm paying for my own because you got like a $2 taco and I got like a $7 burrito or whatever. And so with it, it was super fucking awkward. It was not a good little date. And then I got a big thing of iced tea, unsweet. I drank the whole thing because I was so uncomfortable. And then I left as soon as I could. I was like, that was terrible and not worth it. And I had to go to
That was what made it not worth it?
Yeah. So then I had to go to work and I was like 30 minutes early. So I thought, I'll just take a back road to get there. So I started on the back road and it's really, really back there. There's like nothing. And all of a sudden I started to have to pee because I had like 20 ounces of tea and there was nowhere to stop to pee. The more and more that I was driving and like the back roads, I was having to pee more and more and there was nowhere to pee. People pee like on the side of the road all the time. I've just never done that.
Men pee
Well.
on the side of the road all the time.
You told me about your friend who used to like pee in like McDonald's cups. I had an empty teacup. And so I thought, I'll just pee in here. So I pulled over to the side of the road and I was in Mom's punch bug. So I was like, okay, how do I position myself to pee in the cup? So I got in the passenger and I turned around and I pulled my pants down. And a car came around the bend with my butt in the window.
Your whole ass. You should not post this.
No, I'm going to.
Why?
And I was
You
like,
know when they post those videos and they're like, you couldn't waterboard this out of that?
it gets worse. There's more.
No!
So I jumped
This
up
is worse.
and I yanked my pants
You
up.
can't jump. That car's like 3 feet tall.
I know, it was really hard.
Oh my god.
And I got back and I was like, okay, I have to regroup. But I literally could not wait. I was going to pee.
I have a message
the
of
seat.
strength and hope for people out there who are like, no one's ever gonna love me. Trust and believe. Someone married this. Someone married me. Someone married her. Someone marries everyone.
It gets worse. So I like yanked.
It can't get worse.
I like, yanked my pants up, and I was like,
I know that this is worse, but it's about to
I
get
thought,
worse.
well, maybe people don't pee in the car. Maybe they like open the door of the car and pee.
Yes, I've heard that.
And so I thought, well, if I open the door and I'm on the side, if someone
Piss and
comes
biscuits.
around this corner, they won't like see my lily white ass. I was like, I cannot make it without peeing. So I got out and I opened the door.
Why does we think
And
she's like, let me grab my whole
pull
drawers?
my pants down and then right around.
So for you, for Christmas, you need that Shiwi thing.
Oh, I've thought about that for a long time. Car. So as I'm doing this in the second attempt, another car comes around and they park nose to nose with me, and it's a roadwork truck. It pulls up, parks in front of me. They
Should
get
have
out,
been
start
driving
putting
with my
traffic
eyes
cones
closed.
out. They start putting traffic cones out while I'm sitting there trying to squat and take a piss.
What? Why didn't you take the hint and leave?
I did. I yanked my pants up again. I think I left the cup there in the ground. The first gas station that I could find, I pulled in like Cruella de Vil, ran inside, said, I need to use your bathroom. He said, we don't have a bathroom for the public. I said,
I'm not the public, just so you know.
Please, sir, I need to use your bathroom. He said, okay, but no number 2. And I went in there and there was a bunch of dishes in the sink in the bathroom sink.
That happened to me and Rachel in when we went to pick up my loom in Florida.
Okay.
We stopped at this gas station to buy Thorin a lemon tree. And it was like lemon trees and baby alligators they had at this gas station, and they didn't have a bathroom. So we walked across the one next door, and they were like, don't use the bathroom. Like, we don't have a bathroom. And we were like, well, we really need to go. And so they were like, fine, you can use this one. You had to step over like a busted pipe, and it was like busted down. And they were like, it doesn't flush. And I was like, you're not let it doesn't
You have to
flush.
scoop it
You
out.
have to pee in this toilet, but it won't flush.
If it's yellow,
just-
let it mellow.
it's just chilling in there. This is my big one. Are you ready?
Mhm.
I was so excited when this happened. I laughed for like 20 minutes. I read all of the comments. So this is what pops up on my next door. Are you ready?
Yes.
First off, this was posted by a man named Bob.
Okay.
And that's only relevant because it was his wife. But, you know, they posted under what account. And so halfway through, someone says, if you're a man, why do you care? And it goes, this was my wife.
Okay.
So it goes, I got the worst haircut in my life. At a great clip, stylist sheared me to the extent that I need to purchase a wig in order to appear in public again.
Why did you don't see this on Nextdoor?
That's what I
Isn't this a Yelp situation?
So old people in our area use Nextdoor as if it were like Facebook/Yelp merge. Sometimes they use it like a dating service. Sometimes I see things that are like, hey, I'm looking for a date. And
I don't think that's exclusive to our area. I think people...
I've never seen it before. It's crazy. Anyway, so he goes, I asked her, I will need to purchase a wig in order to appear in
So it
public
looks
again.
like Bob needs to be first.
Right. Some people are like, Bob, why do you need a wig? I asked her to shorten my hair, and she understood that I wanted my hair short. By the time she had worked on the back, I realized that what she had done, it was too late to correct her mistake, and now I am stuck with a man's short haircut. Which is funny because you think it's a man that posted
She
it.
said high and tight.
Right. So it's by a Bob. So everyone's like, Bob, why? People thought Bob posted this. So they were like, why didn't you want a man's haircut, Bob? 45 comments. I read all of them. This was amazing. The first comment, the best thing to do is put a smile on your face and be confident you will be beaming and no one will notice. I got news for you. People are going to notice.
Especially if you're wearing a wig.
She's like, if you wear a smile, that's all people will see. Hair grows very rapidly, particularly in the summertime. Lesson learned, don't go there. Someone just said, interesting. One thing to note about a haircut, uncomfortable or not, it will grow back. I had the same incident. Did that hairdresser have blonde hair? So these people figured out who the hairdresser was. 3 different people said, was it a blonde hairdresser? Who was it? They figured out who it was.
So is this hairdresser doing this on purpose? Does she have like a vendetta?
No,
against
they
certain
don't.
people?
So then you get to a few comments in. Several people were like, I had a similar experience. This one here goes, at least you're a man and you can wear a ball cap. And then, not to diminish your experience, but if it was a woman, it would be worse. And then they go, this was posted by my wife. Then several people said, those places are for beauty school dropouts. Go to a real barber. That's not true. You can't work at those places without a license. So that's not, I don't know why that person just pulled that out of their asshole.
No, and there are some very good stylists.
Right. And people work at that like in between jobs.
Like,
People-
sorry if you need health insurance.
Right. Some people choose to work at those places. So that was just a
Or
rude,
a 401k.
a rude thing to say. Just because you work at a Great Clips does that mean you suck at your job?
Not whatsoever. If I was a cosmetologist and someone was bitching like that, I would never offer to help them.
This person said, I would never let a chain type place like this cut my hair, not even if it was free. Same thing happened to me and I swore off Great Clips. Yes, it grows, but meanwhile, trying to make a quick $1 or 5 or 10 quick minutes and $20 is not good. What does that even mean?
I'm sorry, pause. She swore off great clips. Was it for
Never
Lent?
again?
Was it for Lent?
Right, like, who are you? I have, like, pages of this. There are 2 places on Leap Highway across from the bowling alley where you can get your hair cut. They do a great job.
I'm sorry.
Here
your
you go.
options are great. If someone offers me Great Clips or across from the bowling alley, she goes, "Thank you." Rolling the dice with either of them.
I've had good haircuts for $15 and terrible ones for $50. And I've had a person who always gave good ones give a bad one. It's always a crapshoot with haircuts.
I don't feel like that's incorrect, but also, where's the brag about? Where is the brag about $50 being a lot for a haircut, though?
I'm so thankful my brother's gal is a retired beautician. She's been cutting my hair and does a great job. These people are... This was my favorite thing that happened this week. I loved this. We went to a Great Clips on the NC coast when we lived there, and they were great. But this place is the pits. What a great time to be alive, and now you own a wig. Will you wear wigs? Have you worn wigs? Do you know what that is from?
Yeah.
Have you worn wigs?
Yes.
There you go.
And I also know where the wig convention came from, too.
Wig convention! Okay, my last one. I don't like when people go up to people on the street and interview them. It's my least favorite form of media to consume. I fucking hate it more than anything. But my least favorite one at the moment is people who go up to people at sneaker conventions and ask them what they think the best sneaker or the worst sneaker is. And then you get the most disgusting man you've ever seen. And it's usually a pretty girl. That's how they like get them to like come over or whatever. And it'll be like, what do you think the best sneaker ever made was? And he'll just drop the shittiest fucking fact. He'll be like, and he'll be wearing the ugliest shoe you've ever seen in your life. And he'll shit on a really nice shoe. So like this one I saw, he was wearing the ugliest pair of Yeezys I've ever seen in my life. And he was like, and she was like, what do you think is like the ugliest shoe that a girl could wear on a date, right? And it'll be the fuggliest man. And she'll be like, what's the worst pair a girl can like come step out in, right? Assuming that he's stepping out with like tons of honeys, right? and he's like, panda dunks. Well, pandas are the black and white ones, but he was like, and then he goes, but any kind of dunks, really. Bitch, first off, those are nice shoes. They're kind of hard to get your hands on. And they, like, a lot of people don't have them yet, so they're still trying to get them. And he's like, those are so out of season. No one has them yet.
Oh my God.
And if a girl like came on a date with you and she's like, oh, I wore my nice pandas, like I finally got some, and he's like, ah, fuck you, bitch, those are out of season. You are wearing the ugliest Yeezys I've ever seen. You spent $650 on those. You're still wearing them. They're from 5 years ago.
I think we should have a moment of silence for the dozens of women who have gone home heartbroken from a date with this man. Who left them at the door.
I was
wearing a
when I saw that video. And then there was another one, he like popped up and they were like, you know, like, and there was another guy and he like shit on the blazers. Same thing. People love their blazers. They're cute as fuck. They go with like lots of shit. And I'm like, and then they were like, okay, so what's a good shoe? And this man spouted the ugliest fucking shit. It was those goddamn Nike Shocks. One of them was like this fucking pair of these one Nikes that give everyone cankles. The high tops. And I was like, I wouldn't wear those for a man. Are you fucking with me? Right, it's fine.
So I'm really glad that you did this really nice segue into men, because we're gonna wrap up with a Reddit confession. The title of it is 26F suddenly, in all caps,
I hate those.
Really attracted to men.
Wait, what?
Mm-hmm.
As opposed to not?
It's like the way teenage boys are with boob, but instead it's overweight middle-aged men who look like they've been working outside all day. I never was very attracted to men. I wanted to love and be loved, but nothing about men or women really attracted me. I consider myself to be straight. I just never got any feelings of desire or being turned on by looking at someone. Now, over the last couple of months, it's changed completely to the point where it's getting in the way of my life. I mean, everywhere I go, I can't stop getting turned on by random men I see. The worst is if I drive past a construction site. Oh my God.
Okay, so she's definitely trolling.
I don't think so.
This is not real.
My body is just screaming for it.
This is a joke.
I want someone's strong arms on me so badly.
This is a joke.
I don't know if it's sexual
or
what.
A man wrote this.
It drives me crazy. It's nearly 8 a.m. I can't sleep right now because I'm thinking...
Grace, a man wrote this! A man wrote this! A man wrote this! I will will not listen to this any longer.
It's almost over.
A man, first off, that is what he said. Secondly, absolutely not. That's hate speech.
Let me finish.
That is hate speech.
Can't-
I hate
It
it.
says, it's nearly 8 a.m. and I can't sleep right now because I'm thinking about men and their deep voices and strong arms, bellies and loudness, and their gray hairs and beards and their dirty hands after work. Is this weird? I don't know. It's too bad. I know I'm ruined and will never be loved, so I wish I could go back to not thinking about it.
I wish I could go back to before you said this. A man wrote this.
This is my worst nightmare, and the reason I think it's real is because it says, I wish I could go back to not thinking about it. And I feel like if a man wrote it, he would be like,
No.
yeah, get that weed in me.
No, a man who has obviously done a little bit of research wrote that. That was trash. That was trash from the pits of hell.
That is my biggest nightmare
That
would
was
be.
the pits of hell. Me and the devil. Absolutely not.
Thank you for tuning in to Read It and Screech to the Middle-sode. If you like what you heard and were partially disgusted by what you saw, you can rate, review, and subscribe. Find us on
You
TikTok.
could be completely disgusted. That's okay too.
Yeah, find us. Just do it.
It's cool.
Just find us on TikTok at ScreecherPod. Okay, bye.